Jai Mata Di. Today we are going to talk about another deep knowledge taken from the scriptures. Today's video will be very interesting. So if you like it, do share it with your relatives and friends so that they can also learn astrology by themselves and mainly learn how to read and predict your own horoscope. So let's begin today's video without any delay. Now, how much luck supports you is not only based on the blessings of God, especially in this Kali Yuga. It also depends on which houses in your horoscope are active and which houses are opening the path of money for you. Our scriptures clearly say, until there is knowledge, wisdom, and dharma, wealth will never stay permanently. That is why, if you want to know how much wealth is written in your destiny, then behind it there are some houses and planets working, which are very important to understand. Astrology always teaches us to see things with a new vision, the vision by which you can know when you will get the money, in what form you will get it, and for how long it will remain. All this is connected with some special houses of your horoscope. And as we move forward, I will tell you each condition and house that is written in our Vedas and scriptures thousands of years ago, so that you can also understand that your wealth does not come only from hard work but also from the union of your consciousness and destiny. So let's start today's video. I will also give you some handy remedies along with it. So listen carefully, understand each point, and if you feel that your house is not being topped here, then listen to the end of the video because I have mentioned two most important conditions which are apart from the houses. So let's start. First of all, understand and tie one thing very clearly. Money will stay in your life only when your first house, your ascendant, is strong. If the ascendant is powerful, then no matter what situation you are in, you will already have the ability to earn money. This is the power that can change situations completely. Now, if your second house is a little weak or the fifth house has some issues, but the ascendant alone is strong enough, then even if your life goes through many ups and downs, money will still come to you. Because your nature, your self-confidence and your decision-making power all comes from the ascendant only. And these are the qualities that make you strong in financial matters as well. Now let's take an example. If your horoscope has Leo ascendant, means 5 number is placed there, and Jupiter planet is itself placed in the ascendant, that too in the sign of Sun, because Leo's lord is Sun, which is the house of his friend. And from the 7th house, the moon is also giving its aspect. 7th aspect has been there on the 1st house from moon. Then just imagine how powerful your ascendant alone becomes. Now notice one more thing here. Where is the sun, the lord of this ascendant, placed in the chart? Now let's say if the sun is also in a good and strong position, then I can say with full confidence, you can earn not only crores but even billions with your own efforts. The scripture says if the ascendant is strong, a person can write his own destiny. That is why first of all, always check the condition of your first house, because everything starts from there. Money comes from there, and destiny is made from there only. Now, if your ascendant is weak in case, or you feel that your self-confidence keeps shaking again and again, so here's one best remedy for you which you can follow. You can do the daily recitation of Aditya Hriday Stotra for 43 days. Because the sun is the true source of that inner strength which will give the life to the ascendant. So every morning at sunrise, it would be better if you could do it at the Brahmurat, which starts at 3:45 a.m. something. So you can check when it starts, or if not, then you can wake up at morning when sunrise is happening, and you can offer water to the sun with a copper pot and recite the stotra. You will see that your self-confidence and inner power will keep growing day by day. Now listen carefully. In a horoscope, the second house, which is also the house of wealth, which directly shows how much money you will have, how much your savings will be, and whether you will get property or not. So all these things, these basic things, you must be knowing it from the earlier videos as well. If not, then just tie one thing. It is the house of wealth. It could be any kind of wealth. So if this house is strong, then from childhood itself, you may get such sources where you don't even need to work too hard. And the most special thing, this house is also connected to your speech. If this house is powerful, then money can also come through your words. What you speak can become your source of income. That is why this is not a small or ordinary house. It is connected with the very roots of the life. Now, if your second house is under the aspect of good planets and the lord of this house is in a very good position, then you will not only earn money, but you will also be able to save it. You will know how to invest it properly, which means money will not just come, you will also know how to use it in the right way. That is why whenever you look at someone's horoscope, don't just check whether money will come or not. Also see how strong the second house and its lord are. Because if this house is strong, wealth will come and bring stability in life too, which is equally important. Now, if the second house is in any case it is weak, or even the second house lord becomes weak, or if in case money comes but doesn't stay, then follow this simple but very powerful remedy. Keep your locker or a cash box in the north direction and place inside it 21 rice grains and 1 Gomti Chakra, which shall be wrapped in a red cloth. So this remedy is a combination of Vastu Shastra also and Astrology also, and it helps to stabilize wealth and strengthen the energy of second house. Now, if the fifth house in your horoscope is strong, then you are among those lucky people who make money through their knowledge, through their creativity. Whatever you have learned, you have understood or experienced so far, that itself becomes your path to earning. And here is where the difference comes. Because when wealth comes through the fifth house, it comes along with its respect, its recognition and fame. This is because your You grow through your talent and people start knowing you for it. Whatever you do, your wisdom reflects in it, and that becomes your biggest capital. Now pay attention to one more thing which is very much important. The fifth house works even more powerful when the ninth house, which is the house of fortune, ninth house is also in a strong position. Because if the fortune does not support you, then no matter how strong your fifth or second or first house will be, wealth will not stay. It will come, but it will also go away quickly. This happens because you may have knowledge, but you are not able to use it in the right direction. Losses come in again and again because your efforts and your direction do not match. That is why whenever you study the fifth house, also check the condition of the ninth house. Whether the ninth house is in a good position, a malefic planet should not aspect on it, and the lord of the ninth house also should be in the good position. If all the conditions agree, then there can be chances that you can use your knowledge in the right way and also gain wealth, respect, and balance together. Because in this case, balance is important. You can earn money, you have the capability to earn. But if you can't save it or if you can't use it in the right direction, then what's the meaning of having the wealth? So that is why you have to check this. And if in case the fifth house is weak and there are obstacles in financial matters, or maybe the ninth house is also weak, then you can do one remedy, that on every Amavasya, which is the new moon day, donate a book, a pen, and sweets to small children. Because in the scriptures, this is also called Bal Vidyadan. This remedy not only awakens the virtues you are doing by this, but it also reduces the weakness of the fifth house, giving you strength in the direction of knowledge, recognition, and name, which is very much important. So if you follow this remedy on each new moon day, which is Amavasya, so you can see many differences happening in your life. Now if the ninth house, which is the house of the fortune, in your horoscope is strong, it means your destiny itself will create paths for you. This means that along with your hard work, you will also get support from your luck. And if this house is powerful enough, then under the aspect of good planets, or maybe if its lord is also placed in a good position, then you can be sure that opportunities will naturally come into your life. Your efforts will bring results, and on top of that, fortune will also protect and guide you. That is why whenever you want to understand how much money will come into your life and how easily it will stay, you must always check the ninth house. Because this house actually makes things possible for you. Because it is the house of fortune, your destiny. Now if in case your ninth house gets weak, or the ninth house lord is also weak, and maybe malefic planets are aspecting on it, or it feels like fortune is not supporting you at all, then for 43 days, I am repeating again, for 43 days, wake up in Brahmurat, which is the early morning before sunrise, and Brahmurat starts from 3:45 a.m. or some kind of here only. And during the Brahmurata, chant the Vishnu Sahasranam. The scriptures say that Vishnu Sahasranam awakens the Guru Tattva, the principle of wisdom. And when the foundation of the ninth house becomes strong, fortune itself starts walking towards you. Now, there are again some rules associated with that Vishnu Sahasranam, and there are some precautions also. So, I have posted one link in the description box which is all about Vishnu Sahasranam, why it is important, and what are the actual precautions and rules to follow during that, and how to chant it also, what is the significance of it. So all the necessary details are mentioned there in this video which I have posted in the description box. So you may check that, go through that, and understanding each and every point I said in that video, then only do this Vishnu Sahasranam in Brahmurata for 43 days. You will see many differences happening in your life, and this is guaranteed that your ninth house will also get so much strong even if it is somehow weak. So 50 to 70% chances will be there that in these 43 days you will start gaining the results by chanting this, and the full 100% results will be when you will do it with all your capacity. It is not necessary that you will do it for 100 days or 1 month or so and so. You can do it, there's no foundation in it, but at least do it. If you can do it more than 43 days, then obviously you will see 100% aspect of it. So that depends upon you. But 43 days is the maximum limit by which you will start seeing the effects of chanting Vishnu Sahasranam on your ninth house particularly. Now, if the 11th house in your horoscope is strong, so it directly means that sources of income will come, which creates themselves for you. You won't have to search for paths. The paths will open by themselves. Now, to check the strength of any house, first see which planet is placed there. Is that planet in its own sign? Is it placed in a friendly sign? In which constellation is it sitting? Or is it weak, fallen, or in low degrees? All these factors decide the power of that house. Also check which planets are casting their aspect on the particular house. If benefic planets are aspecting it, then that house is ready to give good results. So if everything is set well in the 11th house, then your sources of income will keep building automatically. Money will come again, and step by step you will move towards a stable and strong financial position. Now, if you feel that despite working hard, your income sources are blocked or profits are not coming, or if in any case the 11th house is in a weak position, then on every new moon day, feed a mixture of 11 types of grains to a cow or birds. According to the scriptures, these 11 grains represent the 11 types of wealth giving powers of the 11th house. This remedy not only removes financial blockages but also opens the doors of the new opportunities in your life. So to remember, this has to be done on Amavasya, which is the new moon day. Now we have covered all the houses from which we see how your money will flow, will it flow or not, or how stable it will be. So according to the houses we discussed so far, now there are some conditions which needs to be positive in your birth chart, and if they look positive in your birth chart, then you can also say that money will flow in the right direction and it will be stable. So whenever you start checking wealth in a horoscope, 5 important conditions you have to see. Which ones are these 5 conditions? These are the Lord of the first house, the Lord of the second house, the Lord of the 5th house, 9th house and 11th house. Now pay attention. How many of these 5 conditions are in your favor? You have to see that. For example, if the 1st house Lord and the 5th house Lord are very strong, but the 2nd and 9th house Lords are a little weak, then this means that opportunities for wealth will surely come. They will come. But their quality will depend on the positive conditions of your chart. The more positive conditions there are, the higher the chances that money will come, stay and grow in your life. The next step you have to check is the planetary periods, which are the dashas, your planetary dashas of these 5 lords which comes in your life. Now if the planets are placed in a good position, then that will be the best time for you to earn money. Now suppose, let's take an example. The 9th house is a little weak, then no problem. But if your 1st house and 5th house lords are powerful, then through hard work you can even bend destiny in your favor. And if the 11th house is weak, then you can use your knowledge to convert wealth into property. Now property that may not sell quickly, but it will give you stable growth in the future. As I said before, you have to check the planetary periods, which are the dashas of these 5 lords too. If any of these 5 lords are in favor, or any planetary dasha is going on, then in those cases, according to that lord, you can see that what kind of benefit it is giving. Now suppose if your 2nd house lord is Venus, so Venus Mahadasha is going on, which is the planetary dasha of Venus. So if it is in a good position, then obviously you will earn a lot of money in that planetary period. If not, then obviously the money will come, either it will not stay or you cannot use it in the right direction. So that also you have to check for all the 5 lords of these 5 houses, whether these planetary periods are giving you benefit or not, and if not, then you have to follow some remedies for that. So these are the practical insights that come directly from the horoscope. So always check, out of these 5 conditions, how many are positive. If at least 2 points are even strong, then there is a hope. But if 4 points are strong, then believe me, your horoscope is fully ready to create wealth. Now we discussed about the first condition. The second condition is you also have to check the position of the 5 lords, as I said, which are your Lagnesh, Dhanesh, Panchamesh, Navnesh and Ekadashish from the moon. For example, if the lord of the ascendant is the sun, then you must see how far the sun is placed from the moon. If that planet is sitting in the 6th, 8th or 12th house from the moon, then there will definitely be some kind of obstacles. That is why whenever you study your horoscope, don't just check where the planets are sitting. Also check their position from the moon. Now suppose the 2nd house is weak. This clearly means money will come, but you won't be able to save it. If the 5th house becomes weak, it means you do have knowledge, but you are not able to use it in the right direction. If the ninth house is weak, then it simply shows that your connection with righteousness, honesty, and destiny is weak. And until you are connected with your dharma, fortune will not fully support you. Similarly, if the 11th house is weak, it means your income sources are unstable or need to be changed. And if the ascendant itself is weak, then personal struggles will remain in your life. In this condition, the ninth and fifth house must be strong. If these two houses are even not strong, then it's very much difficult for you to have money in your destiny. So that with the support of the future, of the fortune, you can balance that weakness. So by this condition, always remember it is not just about one house. You just do not need to stick on particular houses. The entire horoscope works like a system. At the beginning of this video, I already shared the scriptural remedies for these 5 houses already. So these remedies are very ancient and powerful. If you practice them properly, you will surely get results and your income sources will obviously increase, which leads to more and more wealth. But you must keep one thing in mind. Your patience level should be strong. Whenever we do remedies, patience is necessary because the results do not come quickly. A lot also depends on how regularly you are doing them. So keep these things in mind. The path of wealth will definitely open for you. If you follow every remedy properly, understand its meaning, and perform it with the right karma and intentions,